Hey everyone, I'm Justin Fiedler with Dirt Tracker. We are coming to you here from the Longhorn Chassis shop in China Grove, North Carolina. And actually, if you can hear behind us, there's a lot of work going on here as they're building chassis and getting stuff ready for a lot of races coming up. But it's an exciting day here at Longhorn. We got some big news. I'm sure some of you are excited to hear, but big day for Longhorn, big day for the Longhorn factory team and Riggs Motorsports. I'll quit talking though. Let's introduce the guys for today. New driver, new crew chief for the Longhorn factory team, Brandon Overton and Anthony Burrows. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
So, like I said, exciting time. Brandon, I want to start with you. Just initial thoughts, initial reaction to getting this deal and getting this opportunity.
Yeah, just excited. You know, obviously we had a lot of success in the past in Longhorn Chassis. So yeah, just got a call from Scott and Steve and just iron the details out. And like I said, I'm just super blessed and excited to get with a great bunch of guys and see what we can do.
Same with you, Anthony. What's your kind of initial reaction to the news today?
Yeah, a lot of the same. Very excited to be here. Obviously, been around the Longhorn family for the past 3 years, so had the relationship there. And when Steve started talking to me about it, and then he introduced me to Scott, it just all felt right. I'm really excited to work with Brandon and see what we can make happen.
Brandon, when you get this call, is it much of a sales pitch? Is this easy? Like, hey, we want to come get you to drive for the Longhorn factory team? Or is that just a quick yes when you get that call?
No. I mean, it's as good as it sounds. You know, I have a previous relationship with another car owner, and we've done a lot of good things together, a lot of good memories, and you know, my whole life revolves around racing. You know, so we have our own shop and stuff closer to my house, so I have to think about that. You know, as we get older and things change in your life, you just kind of try to set yourself up to do the right things, you know what I mean? So make it easier on you, kind of do things that make you enjoy racing again. So, I mean, yeah, it's got its, you know, perks for sure. But still, I think, like I said, no matter what, you can't take the memories away from what you've done in the past and the group of people you were with. So, you know, like I said, sometimes change is tough, but I just kind of, like I said, I just went with my feelings about what I thought was best for me and my family coming up in the future, and I think this is where we were, you know, supposed to be.
Anthony, you're a guy, obviously, we've followed you the last couple of years, have a ton of success. Why did you think for you this was the right deal for right now?
A lot of the same things he said. Obviously, leaving SSI Motorsports, Todd and Vicki Burns and their family is like family to me. I lost my dad 6 years ago, and the last 3 years, Todd's been like a father figure to me and will always be from here on out. And so that was very tough, but at the same time, we always try to improve ourselves, and obviously the team that they have here and the resources to be surrounded with, because you always got to try to improve yourself, and just the opportunity to grow and help hopefully propel this to another level was the deal breaker for me.
I'm going to make you guys talk about each other here, but start with you, Overton. Why this guy?
I honestly, like I said, I used to race against him a long time ago, so I've known him. I've watched him just like he's probably watched all the other drivers and stuff. Obviously, he's had a lot of success. Not even as much as that. It's just watching him in the pits. You know what I mean? They always got their stuff together. It always looks nice and clean. Just a well-oiled machine, you know what I mean? So that seems like my kind of guy, you know, not uptight or acts like he's better than anybody, and that's kind of how I am. Like I still felt like to this day, no matter what I've won, I still act like the same Brandon I always was. So I've watched him, you know, I've raced against him. I watched him work for different teams, and he's still the same Anthony Burrows he was when he first showed up, you know, crew chief. So I like that about him, and just like I said, he's always got a good attitude, works hard, and that's kind of what, you know, everybody, if you were going to mold a crew chief, that's what it would look like.
Yeah, same question for you, Anthony. With all the success this guy's had, you know, what are your thoughts on getting to work with him?
I'm very excited. Obviously, we've raced against each other a long time ago, and we kind of came up together. Like, so I moved to North Carolina in 2012 to try to make it as a crew guy, and so I've watched Brandon and Ronnie Crooks kind of introduced us to each other in 2015, us not being competitors on the track, but really not hung out with him, but watching him and seeing how good he is, and he's a cool dude, and he's just it's very exciting, and I mean, we've really never hung out per se. Like, he kind of stays at his truck in the pit area, I stay at my truck in the pit area. I mean, we spent more time in the last 24 hours together than we probably have our whole time of knowing each other. But just getting to know him, it's really exciting, and to be able to work with him and see what kind of success we can have.
That was going to be my next question, is how much kind of back and forth has there been so far about plans, what you guys want to do, what you're going to work on so far?
We've obviously talked on the phone quite a bit here in the past few weeks, and kind of going over, we kind of do this, and he says the same, just bouncing ideas off, and knowing what he wants and expects out of the car, and so it gives us an idea as we're putting the cars together and building them, so you can just be thinking about it as your day goes. Like a normal day for me at the racetrack, the first thing I do in the morning is look at the notes the last time I was there, so as the day progresses, you're already thinking about the adjustments and changes that are coming as the day goes on. So being us talking on the phone a lot and doing that, and just getting initial game plans together, we've been doing that quite a bit, and the communication's been really good.
What have you told him so far about what you want for next year besides just a really fast race car?
Now, I think he knows. I think I've made it clear what I want to feel, and I'm pretty sure he's confident that he's going to be able to give us that. So, like I said, I'm excited. We came yesterday and put the seat in. That's the biggest pain in the ass of the whole car. So, broke the ice. Just kind of went over things. We had to look at what he does a little different. Here how he does things. So. Just like I said, just trying to communication's everything. I'm excited to have somebody that I can talk to, bounce ideas off of. Hey, Anthony, what do you think about? Let's try this or do this. Real open-minded. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't say how looking forward to getting started I am.
How do you feel about kind of the significance of the Longhorn factory team deal, right? You've got all the resources you're going to need from Scott Riggs and Steve Arpin and all the guys here, but how do you feel about that? Is that like comforting knowing that you've got all of that stuff behind you?
Yeah, sort of. You know what I mean? It is.
I'm sure there's pressure behind it as well.
Yeah,
too.
and that's so I'm trying not to even think about it. Like I'm driving this car. This has got 76 on the side of it. You know what I mean? Burroughs my crew chief. Scott's my car owner. Arpin's behind us, and I'm going to treat it like it's a normal car. I don't want. I did this to be surrounded by really good people, take the pressure off of me. I didn't do this to come get pressured and think that I'm driving that Longhorn house car like we've got to win, we got to do this, we got to do that. I'm gonna get in it, and I'm gonna drive it the best I can, and he's gonna work on it the best he can, and what happens happens.
Anthony, do you feel like this is kind of going to be the same for you? I mean, you've been tied in with Longhorn for a while, and I know you and Kevin Rumley are talking all the time. Does this feel different for you, or does this feel just kind of business as usual as you kind of come over
it's
here?
Actually business as usual. One of the most important things for me was to bring Justin Tharp with me. He was with me at SSI, and in my opinion, one of the best guys, if not the best guy in the pit area. And so he and I walked in here, and then obviously riders coming from Brandon's team, and we're just in a different build. We're not doing anything any different than we've done the past 3 years. We're just in here working a lot of hours, and making sure everything's right, and appreciating the we have all these resources here. We have Longhorn Dynamics right next door. We have whatever we need right across the parking lot, and the help from those guys, and fabrication right over on the other side of that wall. So we're just doing the same thing we've been doing. We're not changing anything except utilizing our resources. And
have you guys talked about like an off-season plan yet? Is there going to be testing? Are you guys going to be here a lot? You know what you're going to do yet?
Yeah, we're here all the time, and then obviously we've got a couple of test dates coming up here in a week or two, and then we're off. We got a vacation. You got PRI. Obviously, we're going to the Dome, and then we're right off into 2025.
Brandon, what's your off season look like? Are are there things you can do to stay sharp? Are you going to be on the phone a lot? I mean, I know he said tests and stuff, but what are your kind of off season plans as you get ready for 2025?
Yeah, well, first off, just get obviously I have all the Wells equipment and stuff in our town, so I got to get it all packed up and make sure they're taken care of and do the right thing there, and just just pretty much get everything behind me where I can focus on next year. You know, it'll be here quick. Like with Christmas and all the stuff we got going on, before you know it, we'll be turning laps in this thing and be down there in Florida.
Are there races you guys are looking forward to next year? I know, Brandon, you've had a ton of success at Eldora, but are there stops next year that you guys are excited about?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I think for the last couple of years when I go to Brunswick, I feel like I should win. You know what I mean? And the guy I usually have to beat is the car he works on. So I feel like Speed Weeks is going to be fun, you know, and no pressure. Like I said, we're going to go in there. Obviously, if I was taking my car and he's taking their old car, you know, they're going to win and I was going to win. So, yeah, it's going to be cool to kind of see hey, this is what I was about to do for my feature. What was you about to do? You know what I mean? What beat me the first night at Brunswick, and then kind of feel it. So, yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, I haven't been, not that I'm not excited, but the feeling I have of going and knowing what we're about to build, and this is only the beginning, and then just come to see it all be put together. I'm pumped.
I have to ask you guys, Dirt Late Model Racing right now, obviously incredibly competitive with the stuff we've seen from Ricky Thornton Jr. and Bobby Pierce and all of these guys. Where do you guys think you stack up as you start next year?
I don't know. We'll find out real quick. You know, obviously we expect to be right up there with them. You know, I don't see why we shouldn't. You never know what's going to happen. Like I said, we're going to go test, and Burroughs keeps telling me if there's something wrong with it, we'll fix it and we'll be fine.
Love it. Well, any closing thoughts?
No,
Burroughs?
same. We're just, you know, our goals is the same as they've always been. We're trying to win the next race, and then once we get through that one, we'll worry about the next one. But I feel extremely confident that we'll be able to roll right out of the box and be competitive. And it's so competitive. There's no guarantees in this sport, and everybody has good equipment. Everybody works hard. Everybody's got good people, and but we're just gonna throw everything we got at it and see what happens. And I really expect big things.
Anything else you want to say?
I'm ready.
Let's go get it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, y'all.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody.